Hey, everybody. Welcome to StepFans and Chill. It's the morning show with the late night feel. I'm your host, Mikey Winfield, and man, I'm at a show last night, you guys. And just this morning, I'm realizing something, and this is the worst, man. This is the worst for me. Comics differ. Everybody's different. But I hate when I do a set and I forget a new joke I was going to do. Because that's the reason you go, so you could hit them with something new, something fresh. And I just found out it's funny to me, but I don't know if it's funny to everybody because I haven't tried the joke. And I'm like, oh man. And I just realized that. I'm kind of thinking right now, I think comedy clubs are my church. I think when I'm in there, man, I'm amongst the congregation. I get to be with the people. I'm not always the main speaker, but I like seeing some of, the people that go up for the pastor. Sometimes they got the little opening, they got the little person, they go try it out. I think that's fun too, because, it's fun, man, when you see people up and coming, even in pastoring world. Because they still working it out too. And you like, ooh, that didn't hit. That was supposed to hit, but that ain't hit. Imagine when you don't hit, on the church stuff, and then they try to, because that happened on stage last night, man, with this comedian. He goes up, and he tried to throw something out there, and he was like, hey, man, it's crazy out here, man. And you could tell, man, he got hit so hard by the crowd not laughing. He got hit into his just saying some stuff to just buy time. And that was I appreciate that too, man. I appreciate the W's and the L's. I think I'm turning some type of corner. I think the corner I'm turning, I was gonna say emotionally, but that's not it. I'm turning some weird corner in entertainment where I think it's an acceptance thing. I don't know, I've always been a little whatever it is, a little somewhere else, but I think I'm somewhere where it's I think I'm finding, listen, I've been in my own lane, but I think it's another lane inside of my own lane that I'm touching something that will never be touched. And I'm gonna see what happens. And I think I'm really deep inside of my right brain. And that's why visually stuff is more colorful, and I'm seeing so many weird things. Other day, I went to a show, but I just let my car drive, and I just sat in the passenger seat, and it was just fun to the directions was in, so I knew the car was gonna get there, and I was just like, yo, let me just kind of look out the window, and I just saw so much, man. It was this world. It's grimy and it's beautiful, but it all depends on how you choose to see it, And I was just looking out the window, and I was like, yo, this is wild, right? And then, I'm on a bridge, and then I was like, yo, how much do I trust this car? You know what I mean? I'm on a bridge. I got my car driving my car. It's supposed to be good at it. That's what it does. I'm like, yo, who are you? For real, car. Who are you when, you're not about to malfunction or nothing. Then I'm like, man, what am I doing? This is, I don't know. Hey, speaking of people, those of you road ragers, Here's my issue. If you're going to road rage, I guess be who you are. I think it's a bit much. But what you got to stop doing is road raging with others in the car. You ever been in the car with those people that don't talk about nothing else except the driving? Like the whole time, the whole conversation is like, look at these people. They don't know. See, when it rains, people get stupid. Oh, look at them. They could have ran that light where you can't even jump into subjects and topics. You can't talk about, who was the latest contestant on the Golden Bachelor. You can't talk about anything except how others are driving, and then they pumping the brakes because somebody's on them too close, and they're like, oh, see, I knew that was going to happen. It's like, yo, if you got the rage, like, turn it off while you got passengers. You, like, affecting everybody in the car, especially. You messing up moods. You creating, especially if you got kids now, and they going to be angry wherever they go. You got to control that. Now, if you in the car alone, be who you want to be. I don't like when I look over. Like, I was looking over the other day, and you could tell how hard this guy had his hands gripped on his steering wheel. You could feel the anger on the steering wheel. Even the steering wheel, you could see the pressure of which it was being like handled. That it was let go. Let go. Like the steering wheel looked like it needed alleviation. Consider how hard you're gripping the steering wheel and let go. Just let go. It's going to be okay. It's going to be all right. I got a lot of personal stories when it comes to like motorcycles. People stop hating motorcycle drivers. Yes, they got it good. They do. They have it really good. They get to go right through the traffic. Never gotta wait. Those of you assholes is like, I should open my door. You got a problem. You need help. Why would you do that? Why would you think about opening your door so they could run into your door and you could just potentially end their life? Like, yo, what kind of sick ass are you? Those of you that close the gaps when you see a car come in, yo, man, come on. Just because you unhappy, man, stop sprinkling that nastiness in the world. Fix it. Yo, go eat some Thai food or something. Do something that's going to you need to change your energy. It's not cute. You know what I'm going to do right now? I'm done with this. We're going to jump into some love. Let's jump into our next segment. Mikey Knows Best. Listen, you guys, this is what I'm about to do. I don't know what this story is, and I'm going to show you guys right now. I'm going to give you a lesson on how energy works. Whatever this story is, I'm going to make it the best possible optimistic advice that a person could ever give. Watch this. I'm going to spin it. This is great. Let's do this together. This is going to be fun. All right. My boyfriend asked if we were at a place in our relationship to fart in front of each other, and I regret saying yes. I think this story was going to be positive anyway. All right. She's 27. She says, I've been seeing my boyfriend for 2 years now. When we were about 3 months into our relationship, he said something like, hey, how soon until we're able to comfortably fart in front of each other? Let me just tell you, you found yourself a winner. You got a fun guy. If he's already like, girl, we 3 months in, I just want to fart in front of you. That means like he sees you as someone special and beautiful. And he's like, man, maybe you could start farting and then we can go places and fart together. Like, that's who you're with. And that sounds like fun. It sounds like wherever you go, it's going to be fun. And you're going to go places, and every time you smell something, you're going to think it's him. It might not even be him all the time. But guess what? After like 7 years together, you're going to be able to recognize his fart fragrances. And you're going to be like, Doug, you're always going to have something, you know? So this is great. My response was, I mean, it's a normal bodily function, so there should be no shame around it. And it wasn't an issue. Sometimes when we would lay down and relax, he would fart here and there, but no big deal. Yeah, people do it all the time. People fart every day, B. I personally don't really let loose in front of anyone. And I also just don't think I fart unless, I don't know, there's something wrong with the food I ate. Chill. All right, girl, you don't have to lie. We all see women. They holding their stomach, looking around. We know what you're doing. We know what you're doing when you walk and you kind of lift your leg a little bit. You try to like open the butt crease so the fart could seep out instead of sputter out, so it'll be more silent. Don't act like you don't. Women love to act like they don't. Sometimes women will do it and not even acknowledge it, just hoping you didn't hear it so they don't have to say, excuse me, knowing we both heard it. Man, this is great. All right, anyways, all right. Here comes my issue. Here she goes about to do something positive for the relationship. About 6 months ago, we moved in together, and honestly, it has been an overall amazing experience, except his farting. I feel bad even typing this out because it has gotten ridiculous. Every time we relax and watch a movie or show, he's farting the entire time. Well, guess what? Even if it's a drama, now it's a comedy. I'm not talking about 1 or 2. I'm talking like at least 8 to 10 in a 45-minute episode. Well, this is the thing. He told you early in the relationship he's not able to control his IBS, all right? His bowels are irritated. And he knew this from day one, so he eased it out there. You get it? Ease it out. And he was like, hey, just wondering, how soon can we jump into what I do every moment? He knew this up front. And he was just, insecure about it. And now he's so comfortable. Now he's knocking out 8 to 10 in 45 minutes. You know how you need to wear a mask. All right? You didn't need to wear a mask, and you guys can still watch these shows together. You just put on one of those big Darth Vader joints with all the tubes. Have the other tube go to like the outside so you can get fresh air from outside, or get you an oxygen tank, or get one of those new tubes they make that can just wrap around his entire butt area. And then that tube can go to like wherever waste goes, or put it where the chimney goes, and then that could shoot the air out so it's not in. Because I could just imagine walking into that room. Incense won't even cover it. This is wild. This dude is letting loose, but it really bothers me. And when I said, hey, I don't think this is normal, I think there's something wrong with the food you're eating, he gets defensive and says it's normal, and I'm the weird one for not farting as much as he does. That's interesting. Who's the weird one in this situation? For the record, this is the farting episode. Yeah. I'm really just looking for advice on what to do. I don't want to be rude or passive aggressive about it, but my tolerance is getting low. I bet you there's a few times, not only was your tolerance low, he probably knocked you unconscious. You don't even know. Because, yeah, with that, and he's knocking out that many, maybe that's, I don't know, he's still a fun person. And you picked a winner. Everybody picks somebody with some type of problem. Some pick cheaters. You picked a farter. You know? And that's who you have in your life. And you should be grateful. It could be way worse. I'm happy for you. Like I said, it sounds like you guys have an issue that you probably are uncomfortable discussing with anyone around your inner circle, but good. It is normal. To his level, I'm going to go out here on a limb and say it's a little bit abnormal and he probably needs help. I don't think it's the food only. I think maybe something's wrong with his body. Maybe go get that checked out. And I hope it's nothing more severe. I hope it's just, I don't know. He's into fiber. That came out of nowhere. Oh, let's see what we got here. Oh, no. This has been a terrible couple of days. First, I find out she's 39. I am not my dad's biological daughter. Then I get a call from a woman who apparently had a 2-year affair with my husband before he dumped her after I told him I wanted a divorce. That's why you don't go out here threatening divorce. Like, oh, you don't want me? Well, somebody does. She blamed me for manipulating my husband into staying with me. I don't even want to read this story. This is terrible. I absolutely had no clue. But her timeline of when the affair started and ended makes sense. I acted like I knew, told her to F off and to leave us alone and ended the call. After the Christmas holidays, over 2 years ago, my husband's attitude toward me changed from great to almost nothing. I lost weight. Worked to look attractive when we were together. And my husband continued to treat me like a babysitter and a housekeeper. Listen, this goes for men and women. Appearance is huge. It's a big deal, but it's not always about your weight. A lot of times what you need to fix is your personality. Sometimes you're not likable or someone that a person wants to be around. And you need to think about changing that as much as you possibly could with your physique. You might just need mental change. There are people that I don't even want to be around, and I'm not around them. And then there's people that I like being around. For obvious reasons, we have fun. Consider that. If there's a lot of people and they don't like being around you, you're going to know. And it's probably you. Fix that. This is bad. I complained and nothing happened. He always has been involved in his business, so I didn't suspect an affair at all. Sex was like duty sex. Date nights became fewer and fewer, and he seemed to be disconnected when we went on family outings. Business concerns seemed to be his main concern. This is like so common. Blah. I felt taken for granted, had a short affair, was mad my husband never noticed, and decided to blow it all up and walk away. I then told my husband I had an affair and I was done and wanted a divorce. He wanted to reconcile. Me, not so much. But I agreed. I like how you just real like it was nothing. Just went and had an affair, threw it out, told him like it was nothing. That's kind of cool. You're just like, yeah, went and had one. It was nothing. It's all good. But I agreed to go on a prepaid family vacation. What is a prepaid family vacation? I heard of a phone card or something. but a prepaid family vacation over Memorial Day, and he was great. So I agreed to try again. We were in MC. Marriage counseling. Things were great. I had my old loving husband of almost 20 years back. One problem. He never told me why he disconnected from me to begin with. Now I know why. Ooh, this is about to be good. My heart tells me to stay now that things are good again. My mind says this is really effed up, and I'm building what is left on my future on a bed of sand, like my dad, who isn't really my dad, says. This is a whirlwind. It's a little over the place. It's not even my favorite story, but it's not about that right now. It's about helping you, which I will. All right, let's see. And how should I deal with this? Don't say anything about the call and pretend I don't know. What call? What are you talking about? Oh, the call from the woman. The call from the woman. Throw a fit. Though I stupidly cheated too, I am inclined to just stay quiet, and maybe after things continue to calm down and improve, just let them know that I know. Nah, don't ever let them know. Just keep that one. You did your thing. I know you told them, but don't share it. Just hold it in. Be like a fun little secret. You know what he did. Stay together. Yeah, that's a great way to be. That's fun. It's like you only know. You should tell your girlfriends. Tell some of your girlfriends, and then maybe one day they might tell, and they might slip it to him, and then he'll know that you know, but you won't know that he knows. It's like, there's like fun little deep stories. And then you can go out and sell this story to Hulu. And then you could have your own series out there that you could be a producer on. How great is that? Well, you guys, we are coming to the end of this episode because my sinuses are kicking in right now. They tend to do that when I talk too much, I think. So this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to wind down on this episode. See where we are right now, jump into some closers, and let's do this. We don't need notes for the rest of this. I'm going to speak from my heart and just maybe talk about something going on in my life. And, I want to split my time in the U.S. in another foreign country. When I did my shows in the military, some were stateside. Then there was a time, a long time ago, I was in Japan. Most recently, I was in Korea. Incredible. They were telling me that a lot of married people that come to Korea, their marriages end because of the way that Korean women treat, the men out there. And I don't know how valid that is. Doesn't really apply to me at all. But culturally, people are different. And culturally, people will take advantage of you too, like $1 in Korea is like $7. So you could work at Taco Bell out here and go to Korea and just retire women. And she's like, you mean I don't have to work at the massage parlor anymore and jerk off guys? Like, no, just me. And money matters. Money really matters. A lot of things matter, but that's not the reason I want to go to a foreign country. I like a world with fewer politics, places you can just go chill, have a drink, speak to strangers, and it's just like, yo, this is fun. We just chilling. We not having to watch our back every second, and I appreciate worlds like that. And I found a little tuck away spot in Korea, some property, that I could just chill in and, live a nice little chilled out life. Maybe, start engaging in some light drugs, nothing heavy, just something to like activate the brain. And this is what I want people to do. Just consider it. Consider getting out of your bubble. Many of us are in a little pocket, in a bubble, and there's a big world out there that's for yours to explore. And it doesn't always cost a lot. A lot of people think, oh, I can't afford it. It's not always financial. Sometimes it's the mental. You have to afford yourself mental opportunities. You can do this. Manifest. Write your desires down. Dream it. Write it. Embed it. Believe it. And thank you for tuning in to StepFans and Chill. You're changing my world, you guys. And thank you for allowing this to happen. All right. Signing off.